All right, welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting for financial freedom. I've got some great insights here for you for the ICP Internet Computer Price, because really the moment that we are living here, maybe you're not noticing it, but I think it's really a pivotal moment for the ICP price, more like a make or break moment, because I will show you with the underlying indicators what they are really screaming about the ICP price. But I'm very much excited about this thing, and in the next few days we could really see some crazy price action here coming out of ICP Internet Computer Protocol. So we are going to be taking a look at all that great stuff here, but I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and of course people like you and me looking for ICP Internet Computer Protocol updates will not be able to find this video much more easily. Basically, we are telling the YouTube algorithm that this information is very much relevant, right? So I don't want to run my mouth too much, as I said. Let me quickly jump here into the daily time frame, and as you can see, we have got what is known here as a symmetrical triangle. Basically, you are seeing a downward sloping resistance here on the top, and of course an upward sloping support converging at the point of break. Here we are realizing that ICP is more likely to break towards the upside. Now this is a continuation pattern usually. Now what that would mean is that because already we were in a net downtrend here, usually you would expect the pattern to break to the downside. This is not what we are seeing right now in this case. So now we are leaning into the direction of the price moving towards the upside, and if we are to continue with that mindset or school of thought, would be looking at the symmetrical triangle and saying that, look, technically speaking, what you want to see is that the price target really is the thickest part of this triangle. That would be meaning that you are looking for something like an 80% break, and measuring from mark that we were breaking out of the symmetrical triangle, you will be looking at price targets right around $14.70. But obviously, I mean, does this really just make sense looking at it like this? Really, maybe we can try to take a look at the Fibonacci retracement too, from the very top to the very bottom there, and you can realize that, you know what, that price target is almost coming into confluence with the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. And really, this is something that is very much common. We see it time and again on this market. So yeah, maybe the price target is not really far-fetched, but of course that is not enough for me, right? Because literally everybody else is talking about this kind of price action. I need to find more information that really supports the kind of an argument. On top of that, obviously I'm seeing that there is a massive resistance here, right, between something like $10.30 and $11.50. So yeah, I need something that is very much convincing to say that, you know what, ICP is gonna bulldoze its way up, breaking this resistance, and then we can finally reach price targets as high, something like $14. From there, maybe we can see ICP attempting to break this previous high at something like $21. Then from there, it's all clear, right? We are back into bull territory. But really, what am I talking about when I'm saying that I need to find more confluence? Right? Let me take you here to the weekly time frame first of all, and with the weekly time frame, we are really seeing very much clearly that if we take a look at our underlying indicators, specifically the RSI and the MACD, yeah, we are seeing that the MACD is approaching a bullish cross. A bullish cross here indicates that there is momentum with the bulls, and that's really what we have been seeing in the recent weeks for ICP. But of course, that is not really my main area of concern there. I'm taking a look at the RSI again on the weekly time frame, and we are seeing a very interesting dynamic there. That, look, each and every single time we are breaking above this yellow line, right? So the yellow line here is the moving average for the RSI, but if the blue line, which is the RSI, is crossing above its moving average here, this in the past has marked significant price rises for ICP. So this is the recent one that I've been talking about, where maybe 16th of October 2023, and with that move we saw ICP pumping 600%. So that is very much significant. We also had the same thing back then on the 19th of December, and we also saw that ICP with that move on the RSI was pumping as hard as something like here from the very bottom to the top, something like 140%. So it has been really something that is significant. But we can also reference this point here back on like 11th of July 2022, and you can see that we also had this price for ICP, which was right around something like 90% or something like that. That's great, right? So this is just there to confirm that, look, ICP is looking very much bullish whenever we are having cross here on the RSI. So we have had this one, I think that was the 2nd of September. So I'm still waiting for great price action to show up here for ICP, just because of this indicator right there. Things actually get very much interesting if you take a look at the 3 daily time frame, and if you look at the same dynamics, right? We don't really need the MACD right at this point. Let's work with the RSI, because it's really painting a crazy picture here for ICP Internet Computer. And if you haven't been paying attention to this video, I think this is the moment where you are supposed to be paying attention, because there is a massive decision that ICP needs to do right now in the immediate short term, right? So take a look at the price action of ICP since inception, right? And you can see that there was obviously this net downtrend, But there was something that was very interesting happening there. But look here, whenever we were having drops like this one, for example, this one, or this one, for instance, we were also having incredible reactions on the RSI. So take a look at this dump, for example, right? So this is Saturday, the 6th of November. You can also see that it was coinciding with this drop right here, right? What exactly am I talking about? I'm talking about the RSI on the 3-daily time frame failing to break above the 50 mark, right? So you can see that was the same case here on 9th of November 2021. You can also see the same thing here on Monday, the 10th of January 2022, which also coincide with this rejection that we were seeing with ICP there. We also had another rejection here, which also pretty much coincide with what we were seeing right there. We also had this rejection here, also pretty much coinciding with this rejection right there. So this is a very important spot on the RSI on the 3-daily time frame here for ICP Internet Computer Protocol. Now, we have established that, but come to where we are today right now with ICP Internet Computer Protocol. Let me just go ahead and delete this box because I was just using it to demarcate where the price is sitting. We are back at those levels where the ICP price is failing to break above the 50 mark here on the RSI. So come back, you see the latest rejection that we were having, probably not the latest, but the rejection that we were having on the 20th of July 2024 here was also pretty much coinciding with the rejection of the RSI on the 3-daily time frame. We have another attempt here on the 22nd of August 2024, and what do we see here with ICP Internet Computer Protocol? Let me just go ahead and delete this one right there, but you can pretty much see that there was this rejection there on the price, right? Come to where we are sitting right at this moment, which is today. We are trying again to break above the 50 mark here on the RSI, especially on the 3-daily time frame. And what are we seeing here with ICP Internet Computer Protocol? We are seeing that we are having a slight rejection. Now, this has not been confirmed just yet, but I think you know why this is now very important, right? This is a make or break moment. If we happen to break above the 50 mark here, close the 3-daily candle, or maybe another 3 days later, we are still trending above that 50 mark here on the RSI on the 3-daily time frame, we're good to go. I mean, the other 2 times that we have had something like that, that was back then in something like 13th of or maybe 16th January 2023, and we saw that we had a sustained bounce here on the ICP Internet Computer price. Look at this bounce that we were talking about, right? So that was just one instance. We also have the same thing happening here. That was maybe the 25th of October 2023, and of course we had a sustained rally towards the upside. So there has to be a major decision that is to be made here with the ICP Internet Computer price. That are we really going to be breaking above the 50 mark on the RSI? Should we manage to do that, I have no doubt that really ICP can actually go ahead and bulldoze above this resistance here, and then we will be looking for sunshine and rainbows. But for now, we can see obviously that this is pretty much a fingernail biting moment, and there isn't much that we can do than waiting, right? So I'm gonna keep updating you as to what will be happening with RSI here in the coming days or so. But my fingers are really crossed that heading into the weekend, we have like great price action that really pushes above this 50 mark here on the RSI, and then we can have a breather at least. Now, should we get a rejection right there, it's gonna be unfortunate obviously, but it is what it is. But right now, good thing is that ICP is now trending above that level. We are drifting away slowly but surely. Right now, we are trading at 50.64, as you can see right there. So that's great. We need to maintain that stance. Now, other than that, if I may just remind you that I'm anticipating ICP to reach price targets as high as $220 for this bull cycle, or even more than that. We are seeing that here we've got like an inverse head and shoulders pattern here when we take a look at the market cap of ICP Internet Computer Protocol. Again, the recent price action that we are anticipating for ICP like to continue pushing towards the upside will give us a chance to backtest the neckline of this inverse head and shoulders pattern. But then we have a complete one. And what are we targeting? Really, we are targeting a market cap of something like $112 billion for ICP Internet Computer Protocol. That's very much significant, obviously, but I think ICP can do it. And considering that we only have about 200 million ICP tokens in circulation, this is something that is very much achievable. With that kind of a market cap, ICP will be trading right around $220, and my fingers are crossed that we can have this kind of price action happening. Now, we have said all these things here about ICP, but obviously ICP is not existing in its own bubble. We have got like way much bigger things which are controlling things right at this point. And one thing that really everybody is talking about is the issue of interest rates, right? So yeah, I mean, in as much as I'm seeing good things and positive things happening here on the ICP Internet Computer price chart, there's just a cloud of other things that's really confusing the thesis, let me just say, right? So if you take a look at this chart here, we've got the stock market, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and probably you are asking like, why am I even pulling the Dow Jones Industrial Average in an ICP video? The reason is the stock market is 90% plus correlated, positively correlated with the crypto market, and whatever the stock market is doing, the crypto market is also probably rhyming, although we usually outperform the stock market. But if the market is rising, the stock market, we also have the crypto market rising as well. So now the issue is that when we take a look at the recent times that we have had Federal Reserve cuts, right, the market is actually dumped towards the downside. And now I really don't know what is going to be happening this time around, but I just want to keep it in my mind that yes, low interest rates are very much bullish for the market. It's no doubt, nobody is doubting that. But when the initial cut happens, we have seen that the market is actually reacted in a negative way. Let me just quickly show you a few examples. This is 2000, for example, and you can see what happened, right? The stock market crashed when we had this drop, right? I didn't introduce the charts, by the way. So this chart that you are seeing on top here is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the stock market. And then over here, down below, we have what the interest rates, So basically, I think I've already explained what will be happening there, but you can also see the second instance here. We were seeing that along with the initial rate cut, we saw the market dropping a little bit. Not a little bit actually, but it dropped by a lot. So that was almost the same instance here, although it wasn't very imminent here in 2019, but pretty much we saw the same kind of a reaction that was happening there. I went back as far as maybe the 80s or something like that, and we were also seeing here in this instance, after a period of rising interest rates, we saw that when they started cutting in the situation, that was maybe in 81, and you saw that the market was also dumping along with that. So yeah, it's really a very sensitive issue. I'm kind of also expecting a global market crash kind of a thing when we are getting into that cutting phase here for the market. Over the long run, yes, 100% it's something that is very bullish, but expect for impact whenever we are doing this cuts, because that's what the data has actually been showing. So these are some of the things that when I'm actually building maybe a case as to how bullish the market is, I'm really getting a very complicated argument here. When I take a look at the ICP Internet Computer Price Chart, it's very much easy for me to see that everything is really trying it to look very, very much bullish. But outside of ICP, the things which really control the market are not almost in favor of what is happening right there. So it's one of those moments where you're like, okay, so I'm just gonna have to wait for time, and it will show its own cards, right? But just keep that in mind, and I don't want it to be a surprise to anybody when we see a huge drop right around the market. But until then, I think that we want to be seeing ICP pumping hard, and it's doing specifically that today. So let me just remind you, our partners over there at BingX have actually created an activity for the crypto front community. In this activity, you could win up to something like $5,450, and on top of that, 300 ton tokens. The event is going to be lasting 18 days from now, but I think that this is a good opportunity. If you are interested in those activities, feel free to check the links in the description. Other than that, I want to remind you of the technical analysis toolkit that I've prepared for you all summer, so that you will be able to become a successful trader and an independent one for that matter. 19 people have joined the toolkit, and they have rated it 4.4 out of 5. These are 9 ratings. I really want to see more. So if you are listening and you have already enrolled into the toolkit, I think you should actually give it a rating so that people can understand if it has been valuable to you. Now it's $35, and this is a one-time payment. You don't need to pay again or something like that. You can have it the rest of your life, and my hope is that it actually helps you and you become a successful trader, just like what I have become over the years. This really is my own experience, and this is not your regular head and shoulders pattern course which teaches you things which are probably outdated and things which will probably lead you to more and more losses. So check out the toolkit. The link is also going to be somewhere in the description or probably the comment section. So with that said, I want to just remind you that none of what I say is financial advice, and you shouldn't be buying or selling anything because of anything I say, alright? But if you like the content, don't forget to delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I would have to see you on the very next one. Take really, really good care of yourselves.